both of you guys are on a wildcard now.
Yes, I want to transfer all my players out. That's my plan.
What really pushed me over the edge was Ekitike's stupid red card.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Saff Podcast. A little bit of an impromptu and different looking podcast, but I'm away at the moment, so that's why it looks like this. But we give it a try and see. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, let's get into FPL. How are you guys keeping?
FPL wise,
All
not
good,
great.
man. All good.
Otherwise, all good.
Yeah, so just to keep you guys in mind, like this episode is going to be great because it's going to be hopefully short, but both of you guys are on a wildcard now. Yeah.
I have so much regret. Like I wanted a wildcard in the international break to just give myself more time to think. But here I am, game week 6 wildcard.
Start of the season hasn't been what we would all hope it to be, but I mean it hasn't been the worst. Let's be honest. There's been a lot worse teams that I've been seeing. But let's start off with captaincy week for game week 5. I mean, we all had horrible captains. I think that brought us down.
What a shocker!
Yeah. So me and Razeen, we went Palmer, and Sanchez decided to boot Mbeumo.
I had a chance to save it with the Watkins one. I could have gone for Salah and then just gone for that safe, one small return and be okay. But I said, let's just put our faith in a team that's not scoring goals. I mean, it's my own fault, right? I walked into that one.
So let's talk about captains. Like you're talking about Salah, you're talking about the safe pick. And as we know, Salah, Haaland, fairly safe picks, fairly consistent returns. But I think we can actually add Semenyo into that as well. Because even if he doesn't return, he's on penalties or he's got that DEFCON. So he's constantly ticking away. I think he can be on a good fixture, another captaincy safe option. Otherwise, there's not much else out there.
I think Haaland's still the one. He seems to have been great. I mean, he's been returning consistently since the start of the season. Probably not many big hauls, but he's getting. I think he's got 2 double-digit hauls so far this season and 2 nines also. So he's actually been doing reasonably well.
Returns against bigger teams. That's the impressive part.
Yes.
Against Arsenal, I actually thought he'd blank. The fact that he's returning against the bigger teams in the smaller team games, I mean, I'm expecting him to go big.
One of the surprising options also that I've actually been surprised by myself has been Bruno Fernandes. I think he's been rather regular also this season with his return. So I think he's also becoming quite decent because, I mean, he seems to be getting in DEFCON regularly. I think I've seen the stat. He's averaging DEFCON so far on 11. So he's getting 11 defensive contributions per game. So every other game he's probably at least hitting the DEFCON point. So even similar to Semenyo, but it's a little bit more expensive at 9 million. But I mean, he's on pens and
but if he's your captain, you can justify that 9.
Correct.
So let's get into what happened in game week 5 and a little bit of panic from my side. So I ended up with 41 points. I was so indifferent. I had 3 free transfers and I was just sitting there thinking, what do I do? I had 5 defenders initially, but in the end, I just captained Palmer. And I took a punt. I said, I want Mitoma out and I want to free up funds.
Yes.
Let me bring in Elliott from Aston Villa. I
that
didn't
was
want to bring
a
in
shock
Rodgers.
of a transfer. When I went into your team and I'm like, why is this man here?
So it was for just a 3-week punt. So that's what I have it. He's mainly going to be on the bench. I thought I could play him this week. I saw him he played in the Carabao Cup.
He scored the first goal of the season.
Yeah.
So I understood the pick a little bit.
Yeah. He looked lively and I thought, well, let me just risk it, a differential option. But initially with that differential option, my plan was I'm going to captain Haaland because I already got differential players.
Yes.
But then in the end, last minute, I was like, Palmer against United. I just had a feeling and it didn't pay off. But
same feeling.
That's where my week ended.
I think they would have done well, to be honest, with that 11v11. I think they would have done really. But I mean, to be honest, Man United started really well that game anyway, so maybe it would have gone the other way.
And I think he got injured. His injury is recurred and he's now out for 6 weeks.
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
6 weeks, yeah.
3 to 6 weeks, they said, yeah.
I've sold him already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and another bad move. I feel like it actually happened after Ekitike got his red card. So I was looking at
So what were your 3 moves this past week?
So this week now I have 3 transfers. And what I was looking at doing, so I had 3, but I brought in Elliott. So now this week I got another.
It was only used one of the transfers. Okay. I thought you used multiple.
Regardless of whether Palmer was fit or not, I was planning to take him out anyway. So the plan was to get rid of Palmer. And what I actually wanted to do was I was going to bring in Grealish. Everton got some good fixtures and I liked how he looked. And I wanted to go against NDI. I wanted to bring in Gvardiol as well. I wanted to bring in Semenyo. So that was my 3 picks.
Is going against NDI not the problem? I think is going with NDI going against it because Grealish seems to be the more popular pick, I think.
Yeah, but I think
for what his ownership is.
Grealish is probably higher owned, but a lot of people are going NDI right now. on the wildcard.
Okay, yes, you're right.
India seems to be the safer pick. So I
Yes.
kind of want to go against the safer pick.
Because he's on penalties as well, I think, and I think
Yeah.
that's what makes him a little bit safer.
I just feel like Grealish is a bit of a live wire. I liked how he looked against Liverpool as well. People say he was
But
quiet.
the thing is with the thing is with India, you get goals, man.
That's
With
the thing. You get
Grealish, you
returns.
get more assists, but I think in India you get better returns.
So I was looking at that. But after Akidike got his red card, it's a no-brainer to get him out the team. I was looking at keeping him for one more week. So I've already taken Akidike out and I've gotten João Pedro to cover Chelsea. Taken out Palmer. But I went in Mbeumo, and now I'm really regretting that a bit. United do have decent fixtures.
It's not the worst because he's looked really good, man. He
That's the
looked
thing,
so
but
good in that Chelsea
his
game.
returns haven't been good. So,
Yeah, but I mean he's been coming close.
But now the sacrifice is I'm going another week without Semenyo against Leeds because I want.
Yeah, that was
Cavani
not a good idea. You should have rather gone him instead of Mbeumo in this week.
So, and the other option was to get Saka in, which is it's a consideration. Madueke is out for 6 weeks.
Yes.
So we'll see, but I get one more transfer. I can bring in Semenyo and I'll have to sacrifice Kudus, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm looking to
Kudus has 2 good fixtures coming up as well.
I'm looking to take out Konate because even though he's gotten me returns, Liverpool have not been looking like getting a clean sheet. And I feel like City's fixtures are too good to ignore and bring in Cavani, hopefully to get some attacking returns because he's not going to get DEFCON.
Yeah, I don't know about City. I'm rather considering if I go City, one of my options is Donnarumma instead. I don't think I'm going to go for the City defense because I think it's too risky.
Don't want to make a transfer on my keeper because I feel like Sal's has one more week for me.
Yeah,
then I can just wildcard and swap
because
everything.
I'm doing it on the wildcard. It's easier, yeah.
But yeah, that's where I stand with Game Week 6. Looking at things, we'll talk captaincy for Game Week 6 a bit later. But talk me through you guys' teams. Mohammed, do you want to start?
Yes, I want to transfer all my players out. That's my plan. I want to get rid of every single one of them. So I haven't actually made my final decisions on the team as yet. The main thing that I've decided is Haaland's coming definitely in and Salah's going. Actually, I haven't even decided that Salah's going. So I'm still tinkering with the option of doing a Haaland Salah draft or going with Haaland only. There's no world where I continue this thing with Salah in my team and no Haaland. So I think I've paid heavy prices already. And just watch Salah gonna run now. It's going to be so painful to actually watch, but I've kept an emergency fund in case I need to go to Salah quickly. So I've got Haaland, that's definite there. João Pedro's definitely in my team. I'm investing in the Arsenal defense, so I'm definitely going Gabriel with this with the wildcard. I will still keep one of my Spurs defenders. Senesi will stay as well. Reinders will probably stay because they've got some decent fixtures. And that's effectively the core of my team. One of the punts that I'm considering is Foden at the moment as a second. Currently it's between Foden and Saka, and it'll probably be structured a little bit differently afterwards, but those are my 2 punty picks for this week with my midfield. The rest of it is going to be probably quite stock standard. I'm also considering, so the thing is with Saka is that if I can get Gyökeres instead, I might rather go to him instead of Saka, and then it gives me that money to then rather go in Foden in midfield. So that's most of my idea. I do want to keep Bruno because he's been consistent.
Just to touch on a few points, I think it's good to go differentials and to pull up. I think Arsenal defense perfect. Like you need one or two at least. It's just speaking about Foden. Like I watched the City Arsenal game. Foden was a bit absent. It is a difficult game. It's a good defense, but I think Doku's been good. Like it's just minutes. All of the City midfield is just minutes.
Correct.
Apart from, I think Reinders is a good bet. I think, but if you have Haaland, you have Reinders, you have Donnarumma, there's no space for anybody else.
There's no space for Foden anyway, 100%, and that's why I'm tinkering.
If you're looking at cheap midfielders, I've been like blown away by the scope, like Zubimendi, Caicedo, Gravenberch.
Yes.
All have been getting really good returns for their price point. Dewsbury Hall is like quite cheap as well, playing in a number 10. Are you looking at any cheap midfield apart from Reinders?
I'm only going to consider cheap midfielder if I go the Haaland Salah draft. If I don't go Haaland Salah draft, I don't need another cheap midfielder in my team.
Razeen, let's talk about your wildcard team because I'm keen to hear your thing. You always have differentials. I'm expecting Isak.
Always.
What really pushed me over the edge was Ekitike's stupid red card in Madrid.
It's so bad, man. I was killing myself.
What an idiot. That
red card just made me press the activate button. I mean, Haaland in the big game at the weekend, that performance also almost had me because I knew I wouldn't be able to get him in without wildcarding. But I still said, okay, let's just hold on a little bit longer. And then seeing Isak score and Nketiah getting sent off, that's made me think about it. Like I need to restructure my team. I really want Haaland and Salah though. I want them both. I just don't know how the situation on Haaland's fitness at the moment. Do you guys have any
I
update?
think he's
I think he'll
playing.
play. I think he'll play. I
He
expect
was
him to
training.
play.
He's playing. He's playing.
So you see, because of the fact
think
that now
Pep is
Palmer's out for a month or longer or whatever, I feel like it becomes a lot easier to have both Salah and Haaland in the team. So that's what I'm going to go for. In terms of cheap midfielders, I've looked a lot at that guy from Fulham, King. He's very cheap, 4.5, and I don't know, a lot of people have been talking about him, so I've got an eye on him.
I don't know
need
what
to
his
read up a bit
longevity
more.
is like.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also
I don't know what
don't,
his longevity is like. That's my only
because
worry with him.
Smith Rowe is waiting. Smith Rowe gets the goals.
That also,
So
but it's like
I'm
if
not
you have a
even.
4.5 midfielder in your team, you're gonna bench him most of the time.
You
And
got
if he can
flexibility.
play,
Yeah,
play the odd game.
flexibility.
Yeah, 100%. So he's someone that's still got a lot of tinkering to do, a lot of reading to do, a lot of content to sift through and stuff like that, a lot of stats to absorb. But I'm looking forward to this next couple of days and just getting the team sorted because it is about time. I mean, I'm having a horrendous start to the season.
Now that we've done our teams for the next game week, I just want to talk about captaincies. Like, it seems to be the big topic. Last week was particularly difficult. So this week, yeah, I think the stock standard captain should be Haaland, but he
triple
is
captain.
flagged.
Haaland triple captain. Haaland
That
triple
flag is
captain.
putting me off the triple captain. That it's just
I
putting
wish
me
I
off
could
the triple
play. I
captain.
wish I could triple captain this week. I really wish I could. Yo.
I'm considering it. I probably will see what the press conference is like.
Haaland versus Burnley, I think, is probably one of the best fixtures on paper for playing a triple captain. I don't know if there'll be many good
Really
options
better.
like this as well.
I agree with you. I think it's a great point to triple captain, and particularly the fact that so many people are wildcarding and can't use a triple captain
Yes.
now. For me, it becomes more enticing. But let's say you don't have Haaland. Who else is there to look at? I mean, Liverpool got Palace away. I mean, it's not a great Salah captain. I wouldn't think so.
I
Anybody
think
else that
Bruno
you guys
Fernandes
looking
is
at?
very punty against Brentford. I think it's a very, very punty captain. I don't think it's a bad captain at all, to be honest, because United have shown that they look dangerous in front of goal. They probably haven't scored as many as I've expected, but they're creating a lot of chances. I think they're not a bad idea for this week.
I like João
think
Pedro.
I do like João Pedro
Yeah,
against Brighton as well.
Great, actually.
The fact that Palmer's out, I think it's his old team. He's either going to get a red card or he's going to score. That's my prediction. So let's see how that goes. What are you guys' thoughts on like Semenyo again?
I wanted to
against
say
Leeds?
Semenyo, but Leeds have been solid defensively, I think. I mean, they don't give up a lot of chances. They haven't been conceding a lot of goals. So I think Leeds is a difficult fixture to actually captain against.
Yeah,
I
no, I
can't
think
see anyone
that's
else, to be honest.
yeah.
Maybe a Grealish against West Ham Monday Night
That's the
Football,
thing. I was looking at that game is enticing to me.
because that's Potter getting
Everton West
sacked
Ham game. Yeah,
if they lose.
and it's
That's
Moyes
on the
against his
line.
old team that he
That's
was.
true. That's
I think
true.
Everton are going to run riot that game Monday night as well.
I think so too.
Oof.
Yeah.
Everton
Njai
turn up on a
hat-trick.
Monday night.
Njai hat-trick. Let's go.
So I'm definitely going to watch that game. Looking forward to that game. But that'll be like my punty pick will be like a Grealish DI
Yes.
type pick, or Kudus because I have him, but Richarlison wouldn't be a bad pick
Kudus'
as well.
goal threat just really bothers me at the moment. So that's why I would rather, if you want to go risky, I think Richarlison's a better option.
And you guys won't consider Richarlison on a wild card. Just minutes not secure.
I have him currently in my draft,
Same.
but that's
He's
just
in my
because of
draft
price
right now,
changes.
just because of
In
the
case I
price
want
rise as
to.
well.
Yeah. I'm just
watch-
taking him in case of a potential price rise, and I said if I want to keep him, then at least.
Watch my rank fall next week. Just Richarlison captain.
No, I don't think I have the guts to it. But I mean, Richarlison's minutes is currently quite secure for at least the next 2 games, which they have decent fixtures.
Keeper situation now if you're on a wild card. I've been thinking about it. Like, I definitely made a big mistake with the Dubravka Kelleher start. And I just don't want to mess it up. So I got Raya in my team currently.
I think Raya's safe at the moment. They've played City, they've played Liverpool.
Yeah, I think
Whenever
Raya or
it's- yeah.
Donnarumma you're safe. And if you want to go really cheap, if you want to go 4.5, Petrovic is still decent.
He's decent. I actually think Virgil van Dijk's not a bad option.
I think he's a great option. Just Liverpool
he's a
fixtures are a
fantastic
bit
option.
tough at the moment.
Yeah, but even if the fixtures are tough, if Van Dijk is not keeping the clean sheets, he's getting the DEFCON almost every game as well. I mean, he's consistent. Because, I mean, even if Liverpool don't get attacked, whenever they get attacked, he's the one snuffing it out. So I think he's not a bad option on Wildcard as well.
Another point I want to bring up, particularly now that you guys are on a wildcard, Burnley players. So Burnley, obviously not the strongest team, but they have been playing well. But they're really cheap price points. I think, Razeen, if you want Haaland and if you want Salah, and you're willing to sacrifice a striker point, Foster's is 5.0. He's
Foster, I
playing.
think, is a
Yeah,
decent
I've
option.
thought
Yeah,
He's a
about that.
great
Jams.
enabler. And Anthony, I haven't seen him play, so I can't comment on how good he is. But Anthony and Cullen in midfield position have been getting really strong
Yes.
points. Anthony's actually above Salah in terms of returns. So
Because he's got 2
like,
goals so
there's-
far or something,
yeah.
isn't he?
It's just that there's just so many players at the 5.5 mark that it's hard
And that's what's making the Haaland Salah draft so effective at the moment, because the cheap players are scoring points.
Yeah. Any differential picks for you guys this week? Anybody that you're looking at that you think is going to shine through that not highly owned?
I really actually think that the João Pedro shout is quite an interesting one, because I was actually thinking, Palmer, when I brought him in, I was like, he's playing Brighton next week, and I'm not going to make the same mistake I made as last season when he scored those 4 goals. And I was so excited. And then when I saw him get injured again, I was like, yeah, but maybe João Pedro's the guy in that game, because they're definitely going to bag a few.
I think
Definitely.
Isak's going to be an underrated pick this
I
week.
also think so. Isak is a great pick. So I have a list of players that I'm going to watch this week that I'm not going to bring in. It's just too risky, and I don't want to take another risk. So
There's my team. That's going to be my team. Tell me the whole list. I'll transfer all of them.
So I have Mbeumo flagged. He's versing his old team. He's the one I brought in, but I'm hoping he'll be that differential. I think he's 15% owned, so he's quite highly owned.
Well, it's not bad.
But yeah, so I have Isak as well on my list to watch to see how he performs. I definitely think he's going to start. Some people have been saying Chiesa might start. Don't see it, but he did play amazing against Southampton.
He was really good in the week.
The other one, I have Calvin Lewin. Like I said, when he gets on form, he scores quite a bit. I'm going to watch him to see. He's quite cheap at the same time. The next player I have is from Forest. So Wood hasn't been firing, but I think it's Igor.
Igor Jesus, yes,
he's scored
really
4
good,
goals
that guy.
now in the last 2 games he's played.
Yeah, in his last 2 games, I think he's
going
to take that starting spot. Yeah,
I think he's one to watch for sure. So that's one to watch. And I think Spurs will run riot against Wolves. I
also think so.
I don't know who's going to get on the score sheet, but I think Xavi Simons is one to watch as well. But I think Kudus is the safer pick, because we saw Xavi Simons kept benched. But yeah, that's where I'm in. And I think Everton will win. So I'm looking at Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish doesn't do the goals thing enough for me, so that's why I don't bother. I think Njai is the finisher. I think I'm gonna go for a very safe wildcard. Well, reasonably safe, with a couple of plays that might surprise me myself. But I think I'm gonna go set the team up for bench boost and potentially find a fixture that I can triple captain.
Guys, for joining us again. All the best with travels, Razeen, and all the best with the wildcard, guys.
Thanks. I'm going to need it.